you're not throwing your panties at my car, then you must be deaf. Alright, welcome back to the Street Ride channel. This is Rick. If this is your first time here, please smash that like button and consider subscribing. It's a free way to support the channel and to boost me on YouTube's crazy algorithm. We all like boosts and I can't get enough of it, so if you could do that, that's great. So before we get too deep into today's video, I do want to make a correction about my previous video on Mod Talk about the EBC brakes, yellow stuff. I was able to get a lot of the noise reduced from the brakes by doing simple stuff I should have done when I did the brake change. And I want to thank Bradley Wilkie, I hope I'm saying his last name correctly, who brought it to light, who brought it to my attention that I needed to go ahead and grease the brackets and clean up the brakes when doing the brake replacement. So I did take the time to go buy some copper grease or something similar to it, some brake cleaner, spray down everything, clean everything up nicely, and basically grease everything up, and I would say about 85% of the sound went away. It was actually 100% right away, but slowly creeped back in, so there's a little bit of sound, brake screeching, but not as bad, significantly better than it was before. I probably will go back in there and grease it up a little bit more and see what parts I missed or whatnot, but I do want to thank Bradley Wilkie for bringing that to my attention. He has an Instagram channel, I just want to shout him out because that was amazing what he did by bringing that to my attention, because I'm learning just like everybody else. I'm going to put his Instagram like right here, and it's going to be Bradley, what's that, Wilkie01, and y'all follow him, check him out, cool guy or whatnot. And again, I appreciate you for that. All right, so let's get into this video, man. I've been meaning to make this video for a while now. As y'all know, 034 released their revision 2, or 2 revisions, some people are calling it version 2 of their stage 1 and stage 2 tune. They released it back on October the 8th, so it's been out, according to, by the time this video hits, a little over a week, maybe coming up on a week and a half, depending on when I get done with this editing. 034 has actually been making a lot of noise lately, so you know, the 034 fans, y'all got a lot to be excited about. We've seen some crazy times that they're running with full interior, without full interior in their B9 S4. But we're not going to talk about that too much today. What we are going to talk about is this revision. So first things first, y'all want to know what's in this revision, right? If you want to know about just the stage 1, stage 2, I have other videos about that. You can watch that. This is the revision. So this is going to not really be a video on what the tune power wise, but this is going to be just what was made different when this revision came out. All right, so let me look at this list here. The first thing on the performance enhancement list for the revision is the increased control ferocity. It says with this update, the car will launch with a significant increase in force, allowing you to get off the line as fast as possible. Improved drag racing performance. We have optimized and improved the shifting strategy during the launch control sequence, along with increasing in-launch control torque, making AMAX shifts even faster. That's pretty big, especially since they still don't have a TCU tune, at least not a real TCU tune, and they're still able to give you faster shifts just by tuning the ECU. So that just tells you something right there. Again, they're talking about faster shift speeds. So the shift speeds are now increased across the board in all driving modes, with dynamic mode having the fastest shifts of all driving modes. Just in regular driving, you're going to get faster shifts. Probably will mean that you'll feel the shifts a little bit more, because I mean, you know, it's a little bit more aggressive on the shifts, but you know, that's why you tuned your car anyway, so you can feel it a little bit more, right? Stage 1 Plus Optimized added to all Stage 1 files. All Stage 1 files will now have the ability to accommodate and compensate for adding hardware increasing performance. If you are running an upgrade intercooler, upgrade intake and intercooler, you can expect gains of roughly 20 to 30 horsepower over base Stage 1 figures. Whew. So for you guys without the downpipes, that's big, that's big. Simply flash to the upgrade Stage 1 files and these changes will be in effect. One of the other things is free revving in neutral and park. That's something I've been able to do in Stage 2, but now Stage 1, if I'm not mistaken, can now do it. So that's great, and it's always a nice way to show off. And then the biggest talk of the town now is the crackles in dynamic mode. Crackles can be toggled on and off via driver select. They will be on in dynamic and off in comfort, and individual crackles can be toggled on and off via the engine sound. Launch control only works in true dynamic mode. We do know that. So the crackles, let's talk about the crackles right now, right? So I'm gonna show you guys a clip of my first day driving on the crackles. Y'all hear that? Okay. Bro, when you let off at a high RPM, by high I mean like 4,000 RPM. Yeah, we got some machine gun action going on back here. Okay. Yo, why is this tickling me? Oh. You can tell it's Friday. Everybody got their cars out. Like immediately when you hear it. If you're not throwing your panties at my car, then you must be deaf. Oh yeah, this is definitely fire. I know some of y'all don't like the pops and crackles, and I respect that. And I'm glad that 034 gave you a way to turn it off, because I'm creeping through a little neighborhood. I don't want to cause people to run into their house and duck for cover. So yeah. As you can see, I was a little excited about those crackles and whatnot. So now I've had them for about a week, and I can say there are times where I want them to be turned off, right? And there's times where I want them on. I find myself in the morning time, more or less going to work, I want my crackles off. I get stuck in a lot of traffic jams. I assume other people around me are tired, or, you know, they're trying to get their day started. They probably don't want to get startled by gunfire. So a lot of times I'll have the crackles off in the morning, but when I'm on the way home, I'm excited the day's over, I'll have those crackles on. Now, for those who don't like the crackles, you know, unfortunately 034 doesn't give you the option to not have them and have the stock crackles. But what I can tell you is, if you put the car in D mode, transmission mode in D, right? So that's where you pull back on the shifter and you can switch between S and D. In dynamic, you can leave it on D. Because the transmission downshifts later, you miss a lot of the crackles that you normally would get. And then when you switch it to S, you get all the crackles. Now you can do also what they said, which is where you put it in individual mode and then turn off the engine sound in individual mode. I don't like to switch between the two modes. I'd rather just hit my shifter down to switch between drive and sport. I think that's quicker, it's easier than to have to press the button and move through the different driving modes. The crackles are a little aggressive. You know, on your normal downshifts, when you let the car do it, it usually is around about 2,000 RPMs, 2,500, and you'll get some pop, 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 pop. But if you downshift manually to like 4,000, 4,500 RPMs, you get that bang sound. It turns more metallic. That's where it really sounds like gunfire, especially under a overpass. That's when it sounds crazy. It's going to draw attention. I have drawn positive attention. I have not seen anybody give me the stank eye when it goes off. I've had a couple compliments on how the car sounds, and that's amazing for me because I don't have a true exhaust system. I'm still running the stock exhaust, and the only thing I have is a pre-muffler delete from VPS. So that's pretty cool that the car can sound so aggressive. The RS style startup, yeah, I really do appreciate that. You can't really avoid that. I think it does it in any mode, but at the gas station when I start up, it draws attention. People are like, man, what's that thing got? You know, and that's kind of what we were going for with the tune, you know, that we wanted more power, we want it to sound good, and you want to draw attention. At least I did. I'm not gonna lie, I want to start up my car just like the guys in the Mustangs and the V8s and the Chargers and Challengers, and you kind of like get a quick little what was that? You know, I want that too. And the stock sound of the car starting did not do that for me, but this tune now with the revision, it does that. I have not really had a true ability to work on the launching, to really test out the launch stuff. I will get to that. I did practice a little bit, but I didn't get any times better than I normally would have gotten, at least under the conditions that I was given. I was only able to try it on very humid days after big rains here in Maryland, coming down into boost season, so temperatures dropping, and maybe we'll be able to get some really amazing times here in Maryland. But as of right now, I haven't really had the time to go and focus on that. I haven't had the ability to get to the track before they close for the winter. But you know, all else, I'm enjoying everything. I'm enjoying the tune, everything like that. Now, take it from me to let you know that though I really do like 034's Motorsports tune, there are other great tunes out there as well. I have not experienced those tunes, but the reviews that I've seen, because I watch a lot of the other YouTubers and I read a lot of the information coming from Facebook and Instagram about the other competition tunes out there like IE, EPL, APR, Unitronic, and so on and so forth. There are some great options out there. I went with 034 mostly because I could tune from home. I know EPL gives you that ability, and I think IE is doing that as well. So there are some other companies out there that gives you that same thing, but so far I've just been really impressed with the type of support that I've been seeing from 034. I've seen some amazing times that they're pulling with the B9 stock turbo. I think they dropped down into the 10.8s now. They stripped down car, I think it was 220 pounds that they took out of the car. Would I strip my interior? Maybe if I'm going to the track, I might pull the seat out in the back seat there, and that's if it was a dedicated track day. I'm going to go do that. Obviously I wouldn't do that as a daily driver. This is my daily driver. This is my car. My kids go in the back sometimes, so I'll be impressed if I'm able to pull with a stock turbo like an 11.2 with this car as is, sitting and everything like that. I still have things I need to do, still suspension work I need to get done, still wheels I need to get to help me achieve that goal of 11.2-ish. You know, I know this car is a little heavier than the S4, so I don't expect to get the S4 times, but I expect to be like right on its tail right there, you know. So this is the end of the video. As usual, I want to thank everybody for your support. I want to thank everybody that has reached out to me just to encouraging words or just to talk about the B9 platform. I really do enjoy talking to you guys on the different channels, mostly Instagram. I really do appreciate it. Guys, go and follow me on Instagram. That's street_ride. I believe that's what it is. It should be that. I put it down below. It's street_ride. You know, I'm trying to really build this channel up. I have a lot of things I want to do. I know I always talk about it. It's been a little slow around here lately. Just really getting the kids, one of my kids ready for school, and I have two other ones they've been in school for a while, and I just, you know, trying to focus on them getting their grades together and everything like that. So just doing my fatherly duties. But nonetheless, I do have big plans for this channel. It's just taking a little bit longer than I would have liked to have grown. I'm willing to put in this work as long as you guys keep enjoying the stuff I'm putting out. It's been great. It's been a great journey. I'm really enjoying it. I'm almost done with the stock turbo build on this car. Once the stock turbo build is done, I'll be looking at moving into the hybrid stuff. Hopefully I can get into the hybrid stuff at the beginning of next year. Hoping to finish out this build here by December time frame, if not a little bit after December, but definitely want to get into that hybrid turbo life next year sometime, you know. But it's been great. Thank you for checking me out. As usual, this is Street Ride channel, Street Ride video, and y'all be easy. Thanks.